This is The Goode Show. Welcome to this week's episode. My name is Surinder and you are listening to The Goode Show. Now remember last week, a little bit like Thelma and Louise, Surinder and Kimmy, off we went up to LA for the pilot program of the Nick Lannon late night show called The Nightly Debrief. And while we were up there, we got to meet again some fabulous people. So we wanted to release a couple of the interviews that we did that day in this episode. So first up, we've got Hilary Barraford. Now Hilary, petite little beautiful thing, heart is way bigger than Hilary. Hilary also happens to be a daughter of the American Revolution. Now, I didn't understand this at the time, but she explained to me that everybody in her family has been in the military since the American Revolution. This is why her heart is so big and her advocacy is towards the military, those creative mindsets within the military, and she's just, here to support. Now, I want you to listen to all the snippet, especially spouses, because we always think that there aren't, we don't know who's out there supporting us, unless there's banners, unless they say we support military spouses. This is one of those many individuals that I've come across that has a tremendous amount of respect for what we do as spouses while our service member is away. Check out Hilary Barraford at the Pacific Palisades Nightly Debrief. We're just going to go straight into this because I've been trying to get the name right for the past 10 minutes.
And we'll all get there. I can barely get the names right myself. So.
All right, then tell everybody your name.
Hi, I'm Hilary Barraford.
She got it right.
Yes, I hope so.
Okay, Hilary, now we're down at the Pacific Palisades Post 283. And now you have also been in, and I keep saying, Kevin, go F yourself.
Kevin can fuck himself, yes.
Isn't that the same?
Well, Kevin, go fuck yourself, and Kevin can fuck himself. There's a slight difference.
Yes.
One is a little more passive-aggressive, and one is a little bit more aggressive.
Yes. And one is a little bit more visual in my mind as well. Okay?
I understand why you go there, though.
But you are down here tonight, and you are a big, huge advocate supporter for military, for veterans, for the creative mindset.
I am, absolutely.
Has that always been the case, or was there something that maybe happened that you thought, wow?
Well, I mean, my family has been in the military since the American Revolution.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'm a daughter of the American Revolution. Yes. I've had great grandparents, great uncles, great aunts, uncles. My dad's in the Navy.
Oh, wow.
So I've had this long history of military involvement in my family, and so I've always supported the military. But in terms of Hollywood, I just think that veterans make the best on-set anything. Yes. They are always hardworking. They are always quietly in control. They command respect, and they just work wonderfully together as a unit. So I encourage people to work with veterans all the time. I try to hire veterans when I can. I have a film that just came out January 20th called The Calling Witch.
Okay.
A feature film, and our first AD is a Marine, and he did that job beautifully. Eric Zaragoza is his name, and
now,
he's
Eric
delightful.
He might be around here tonight.
He is going to be around here somewhere tonight, and we're going to have to pull him in to talk to you as well. But
definitely. But you touched on something there that obviously I'm a military spouse. My guy served 30 years. And when you talk about they're quiet in how they operate in just getting it done. Yes.
It's a quiet confidence and a quiet control. Yes. They don't need to yell. They don't need to exert power. It's just how they're built, and they do it with such respect. Like Z, as our first AD, just commanded so much respect from everybody, from the director to the PAs, on down, back up again.
I mean, there is a whole, from a spouse perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell my husband all the time, can I get some emotion? Because he's so stoic.
That stoicness is a thing. You know, I think it's a prerequisite for being in the military. Yeah.
Now, the movie you just released, where can people see it?
It is on Amazon right now. Amazon and Fandango. It's available for rent. It's called The Calling Witch. and it is a great home invasion thriller with a supernatural element to it.
Oh, wow.
And it's a really fun ride. So.
Okay, I'm definitely going to watch it. We've got some people coming in. I think we're going to get ready. You've got to drag Eric over here when you get the chance.
Yes.
But Hilary, thank you so much.
But you mentioned that you are a spouse, a military spouse.
Yes,
Can I also just shout out the military spouses out there for holding it down and for doing that job?
Oh, listen, ladies.
It's the job behind the job. What did you say earlier?
I said we are the backbone to the backbone.
To the backbone, absolutely. Yeah. Like it doesn't work without somebody holding down the fort. You know what I mean?
Listen, what you just said here, I want you ladies to know that there are people like Hilary that support us.
Yes, absolutely.
We sometimes we don't think that we have it, but we know we have people like you that are advocating for us as well, and realize how important we are in the equation.
Well, it's kind of a thankless job, right? It's not the job in the spotlight, it's the job behind the job, which is often more important. So I understand that, but I absolutely support. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Hilary, I'm not going to shake your hand, I'm going to give you a hug.
Oh, my
thank
darling.
You so much.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this has been so delightful.
Yes.
I'm so glad I got to talk to you and meet you.
Yes, and then Eric's going to come over.
Yes, I'm gonna pull him in, and you're going to be able to talk to both of us. So.
I love that.
Yes.
Surinder, I'm here with Hilary. We're at the Pacific Palisades American Legion, 283 with Nick Lannon and the Nightly Debrief. Thank you, Hilary.
Thank you.
I love that.
So much.
Thank you.
I hope I covered all your bases.
Oh my God, yes. I almost forgot about the spouses.
No, of course. You got to shout out the
spouses. I will love it. Because I'm going to run that on during the month of May.
Oh, amazing.
Because it's Spouse Military Appreciation Month.
Oh,
yes.
I love it.
Yes.
And I love shows I love the show Lioness, because it really shows both, like the spouse at home and the person in the field and the toll that it takes. I love that it's flipped.
Yes. I give a lot of talks. My husband was a SEAL for 30 years, and I give a lot of talks to guys that are transitioning out of the military. And it is a very no bullshit kind of conversation.
Yeah, right.
And, I say we're caught on that cusp of some things are just life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the same woman my husband married 28 years ago.
Of course not.
He's not the same guy.
No, of course not.
And that's natural in a relationship.
Yeah.
And then when you throw deployments on top of that, it just brings a whole
surprise deployments.
I know.
Almost all the time. So,
I know.
It's really a hard thing to keep up with, and I don't know how couples do it.
Well, I've had to overlook a lot of things, and I will tell you this. My husband said to me the other day, we were talking about multitasking, and I know this might be TMI, but my husband shouted at me the other day with the toilet door wide open. He went, "Hey!" I turned around and looked up at him. He had one hand on his penis, and his other hand was holding a bowl of chips, and he went, "Look, I'm multitasking."
It's baby steps. He did something. He
did two things at once.
If that's where he begins, imagine where he can go.
Now, as you all know, my guy served in the Navy, but I am fortunate enough that as I'm going out and about, I get to meet people of other branches as well. And the next interview is by a great guy, funny as can be. His name is Eric Z. He is a veteran Marine, and he was first assistant director on one of the movies that Hilary Barraford just produced. Eric, as she described you, dude, you are the quiet individual that stands there in the corner. This is very so like our military. They are conditioned to be quiet, to observe. And Eric gave me this great quote while we were talking. He said, "Quiet is safe and responsible." I like that. I hadn't heard that before. That makes a lot of sense to me. So check out Eric on the next clip.
We're down at the Pacific Palisades, post 283. I'm standing next to this really handsome dude here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. He paid me a lot of money to do that. Okay.
I did.
He did. Okay. Eric,
yes.
Veteran Marine.
Correct.
And we're here tonight, like I said, at the Pacific Palisades, post 283.
Yes.
For the nightly debrief. Now, What are you doing here? Like, how are you involved in this?
I'm involved with this lovely executive producer Hilary Barraford.
Okay.
She had called me about a project.
Okay.
The Calling
No,
Witch.
hold on a minute though.
Yeah.
Hillary didn't just call you one day, like on a Monday morning, wake up and go, "Hey, let me look down the yellow pages. Oh, there's this guy called Eric /
Oh
Z."
my goodness!
So
Yeah,
there's this
Z.
big story behind this,
Yeah.
isn't there? Okay.
Well,
And we're going to record the story, but I just want everybody to know, it's not like Hillary just got out of bed and thought, "Hey, I'll call Z." That shit don't happen, does it? Okay.
you know what? When somebody wants something done, they immediately call Z.
There you
And
go.
to be quite honest, Hillary and I have a really good friendship rapport, not only just work-wise,
Yeah.
but friendship-wise. And she knows how I conduct the set.
Okay.
And I always tell people that, like, there's a method in the way I do things. It's not for everybody. I mean, the Marine Corps is a tough nookie in a business, and not everybody can be a Marine. It's just a thing that you got to earn.
Yeah.
And on the film set, I treat it that way very, very much.
She did say that to me. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if she's out there listening, but when I was talking to her earlier on when people were coming in, she said you're like the quiet dude over in the corner. Because my husband just retired after 30 years.
Oh,
So he's
God
like,
bless him.
Thank you. Now God bless me because he's home all the time.
yeah. It's your tour now. It is your tour.
It's my time, baby. He's spec operator, so when I look at him, it's kind of like he's very stoic.
Right.
And so, I mean, sometimes, Eric, I don't know if the guy even likes me.
He does, with all his heart. It's just we've learned that quiet is safe and responsible. It's one of those things that, why do we have to exert power when you're surrounded by people you trust and love? I mean, Hillary literally assembled a group of ninjas. Made my job so much easier. All I'm there is to make sure the guardrails are there, everybody feels safe, the creative flow is happening. And that's pretty much, they made my job easy. Honestly, I'm there to make sure there's no bad guys coming in. I know that sounds weird, but strangers sometimes wander in. I politely engage with them and say, "Hey, excuse me, sir or ma'am, we're doing a movie. If you can remain quiet, or educate them on what's going on so they don't feel unaware. They don't know what's going on. Everybody wants to know what's going on in their neighborhood.
And that way you can inform them.
And top of that, with your crew too, your cast, you got to inform them as well. And I think a lot of people like clear communication. And I try to bring that element to filmmaking. So
Now, because people are coming in, so we're going to have to wrap this up. But you are going to do a podcast with me at some point.
She's getting in our record. She's very clever. Wow. You know what? Absolutely. We'll schedule it all out. Once it fits and we make it work, you got me.
Okay. Now, listen, I am glad that I met you tonight down here.
It was
There's
pleasure.
one important question, though, because Hillary did a lot of talking about you. All good
I'm very
shit.
honored.
I think you just pay her a lot of money, right? But
if I had it, I would.
But okay, what is your title, Eric? I never asked you that. Like producer, screenwriter, what is it?
So my bread and butter is a first assistant director. Directors find me and I help them create their movie, bring them to life.
Okay.
My passion is to direct, but I'm super picky.
Okay.
I want to direct war films. I want to direct movies like Braveheart, but that costs time and money to come up with a script that actually has heart. And honestly, I read so many of them. None of them have hit me yet, and I have to be honest. Just because there's an opportunity to spend $500,000, $7 million, the script and the story has to be worth telling. And I'm one of those people that I'll read it and I go, it's not quite there. But if the Lord can hear me, send that script ASAP because I've been waiting for a long time. But it'll come. It'll come, I believe.
I am very confident for you that it's going to come as well, and I think that you're just going to go out and you're just going to grab it because that's just the way you are.
That's how the universe works.
I want to thank you for giving us time today, right? Thank you for being here, and I don't give a shit what Hillary said about you. I like you.
You know what? I will take it because sometimes I wonder. I wonder if people actually like me just like you and your husband, right? And believe me, we do.
We love you, Eric. Listen, me and Eric, we're down at the Pacific Palisades, and we're going to do the nightly debrief with Nick Lannon. And
I'm excited.
Me too.
Me too, yeah. Former Marine.
Yeah, there you go, my friend. There you go.
Go Devil Dogs. Hell yeah, all day long.
All right, we're out.
We're out.
Okay, last but not least, veteran SEAL, David B. Meadows. Now, this is a guy that, regardless of his profession, you got to listen to this because it's crazy how he actually came into acting, and he does take acting very seriously. He's not one of those guys that always get profiled for that rough, tough, go in there, guns are blazing and shoot shit up. There's a lot more to it mentally for David when it comes to acting than just that Bruce Willis kind of persona, the action man. So check out David B. Meadows.
Okay, we're still down at the Pacific Palisades, and Nick Lannon is going to be going on shortly. But I bumped into David Meadows, veteran SEAL, and what's your connection here tonight?
You know, it's amazing. I was just reached out to by the organization. I'm in the entertainment industry. After the SEAL teams, I actually went to Shakespearean theater school and classical acting and all that sort of stuff, and then have been out here in Los Angeles doing the job and all that sort of stuff. And I think I just linked in with everybody through, obviously through the American Legion and through VME and all that sort of organization. So they reached out to have me a guest.
Now, I had read that you were doing some undercover work, and then you were like, "Oh, kind of like this. I think I might be undercover actor." Is that how you started? Is that true?
Yeah, basically. I mean, so in the SEAL teams, I was actually a sniper and a reconnaissance specialist.
Okay.
And originally, I started doing these programs called Level 2 and Level 3. So because I wanted to go on to that undercover indigenous agentist sort of reconnaissance group, and as part of that, you start taking basically what is acting classes and all these other sorts of things, how to develop persona and all that sort of stuff. And ultimately I decided to get out of the military and take a little bit of a break, but I fell in love with just the whole process and the psychology and the human performance aspect of it, so I started pursuing it.
Now, you mentioned Shakespeare. You travel Europe with a Shakespearean company, is that true?
That is true, yeah. I was with the Prague Shakespeare Company for a while.
Okay, so would you say you gravitate, what kind of actor are you? That's my question. I mean, do you get into these roles where it's all team guy roles?
No,
you blowing
I
shit
try to
up?
avoid that, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually, that's a great question. It's one of the biggest things that I love about the acting, and about the art. I'm a huge psychology, neuroscience nerd, right? A lot of people would say obsessive. And acting is really the artistic application of applied neuropsychology.
Okay.
And so I love actually being able to sit there and apply the science, apply the art, and apply the human experience to actually get into these sorts of things that maybe aren't Dave's normal state, you know, or things like that. So normally I try to avoid any of the typical, like what you were saying, the team guy roles, just, you know, the on-camera badass sort of a thing and stuff like that. And I find myself drawn to roles that are just much more outside of the day-to-day life. You know, I played a lot of the Shakespearean characters. Iago is my all-time favorite. You know, the quintessential sociopath and things like that. So ultimately, I find myself the most fulfilling now in the entertainment world or in the television and film world to playing roles oftentimes, like my dream role is a Bond villain.
Oh,
the misunderstood, but intelligent, misunderstood sociopathic, but with doing what they perceive as actually being correct. Not just the brute, not just to this, but the person that to other people is probably the hero of that sort of a thing, right? Those are the ones I find the most compelling, because I think that they show the complexity of human nature and human perspective, and what one person thinks is right is another person's moral injustice, and one person's hero is another person's villain, right?
Well, I think the word right there is perspective, because everybody's perspective is different.
Absolutely.
Now, you have a movie coming out. Are you producing a movie that's coming out, I heard?
So actually, the movie's already out.
Okay.
It's called Hollywood Grit.
Okay.
We just actually have two of them out right now. One is called Osiris, which is a really cool sci-fi action horror a la sort of like Aliens. As a matter of fact, we had Sarah Connor herself, Ms. Linda Hamilton. Yeah.
Yes.
She just came out of retirement, and we were very fortunate to grab her for our first for her first feature film re-debut coming back in. And so we did that one. That one's out and killing it right now from director Will Kaufman. It's on pretty much all streaming media.
Okay.
And then the other movie is Hollywood Grit. And what's really cool about Hollywood Grit, it's the first one that I co-produced and co-starred in, but it was, I think, over 70-some% of the entire team were vets.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
the director is an Army veteran
Okay.
named Ryan Curtis, very dear friend of mine. He was also the co-writer. A lot of the people actually behind the camera were all veterans. I think I was the only in front of camera actor that was also a veteran, but a lot of people that had worked in that space. Max Martini, famous from 13 Hours of Benghazi,
Yep.
Saving Private Ryan, the units and all that sort of stuff, was our lead in the movie. Came in, killed it, did an incredibly good job.
Where can people see it?
Amazon Prime,
Okay.
iTunes, it's out on
Okay.
there right now, and it's floating around doing really, really well. It's almost like a film noir, kind of a Dick Tracy meets La La
Yes.
Land.
I watched the trailer today, actually.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube today.
Yeah, what'd you think?
And I thought to myself, this is, again, you know, sometimes I think team guys just have that. People just think it's going to be this kind of movie.
Yep.
But there's depths to it. You've got to watch it to figure out what's going on, kind of thing. I loved it. Like I said, I only saw the trailer, but I loved it.
You know, I'm so glad you enjoyed it, and I think what you just said right there, I'm glad that resonated, and that's what you picked up off of it, because a large part of the production company, it again, that's the great thing about the entertainment space, right?
Yeah.
People can make whatever they want and whatever resonates from you, but just like what you said, I think, and it's a double-edged sword, there's a perpetuation in the industry that, and we hear it a lot of times, military vets in general, and especially spec ops people,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Are basically only good for 2, maybe 3 things. That's one is being a tech advisor, being a stunt guy, or maybe saying a couple lines as an actor in a very military that role. They're great for being military dude number 4, right? And so when we actually came
Yeah.
together, part of our mission as a production company was to come forward and allow a bunch of veterans to come together and create something. When the audience watches, they're like, wait, that was a veteran-made movie?
Yeah.
Like, they have no idea,
Yeah.
you know, that it wasn't just a normal artistic. I mean, we wrote, I believe it was 12 or 13 original songs that were
really?
all written in-house and performed by the women live on stage. So we cast a bunch of musical theater, Victoria Hand, who's absolutely incredible, and so many other ones, Alicia Adler, all these girls that actually came in and absolutely killed it. But people watch it and they're like, dude, this is like a crime, dark comedy, musical sort of a
Yes.
thing. What is going on here?
Yeah.
This has nothing to do. It's not an action movie.
Nope.
Has nothing to do with veterans or anything. They're like, that's the point. People can create what they want. Being a veteran is just one aspect of what these people have done in their life. Yes, they serve their country, and that's great. But they can do other things besides it's not just limited and shoehorned into this one thing, right?
I had no idea that it was a 70% veterans in that movie.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I only saw the trailer, and dark is one of the words I remember thinking, okay, this is a little dark, you got to watch it to see where it's going, because it wasn't the usual, which I'm so grateful for.
No.
David?
And there's a big twist in it, too.
Yes, I'm going to watch that movie now. Now, I know everybody's getting ready to sit down for tonight's show. I want to say thank you for giving me a couple of minutes of your time.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, David. All right, Goode Show, we're out.
We had so many more interviews to do, we just can't squeeze them all in, but we would love for you not to miss an interview, so please press the subscribe button, and as Thelma and Louise, aka Surinder and Kim, go about on our travels, we'll be dropping some more interviews from the military entertainment world, and there is an event coming up in May called MVA Awards. It happens in Los Angeles, courtesy of Joe Ramirez, also veteran Marine and commander of the Pacific Palisades Post 283. Grab your ticket. It's a great gala. It's like the Emmys and the Golden Globes, only better. Okay, my name's Surinder. Thanks for joining me today. Next week, we're going to have a great episode with Carol Bender where our hormones go rogue. That's right. The menopause, I tell you. It has to happen. All right. Tune in next week with Carol Bender, hormones gone rogue. And don't forget, press that subscribe button and share it with your friends. My name's Surinder, and I'm out. Thanks for tuning in to The Goode Show. If you loved what you heard, follow me on Instagram @The Goode Show.